Hello YouTube. Today, in this episode of The Love of Gaming, we'll be discussing the origins of the Paper Mario series. The now very popular Paper Mario series burst onto the scene in Japan in late 2000, and it brought a fresh and comical take on the main Mario franchise to the Nintendo 64. A well thought out and balanced RPG, the game features turn-based combat and a diverse set of characters. Players are able to execute defensive and offensive moves by utilizing time-based button presses. Plus, there are a lot of special items for use inside and outside of battle. The Paper Mario uses a stat-based system where players build up HP, which stands for health points, but they also have FP, and that stands for flower points. Now, of course, this is a Mario themed game, so it kind of goes along with the Mushroom Kingdom theme, or aesthetics of the game. So, and it also had BP points for badge points. Don't know where that came from. But lastly, we had SP or star points in the game, and those came, of course, because it's a Mario game, so you would collect some stars. And although it's probably obvious, it's important to note, as I was just kind of referring to, that Paper Mario is an RPG that heavily capitalizes on the many aspects of the Mario franchise. The key characters and assets from the other games are heavily used in Paper Mario. Now, despite this fact, the game quickly became its own uniquely successful franchise. And after the successful launch of the original Paper Mario, Nintendo felt a sequel was justified, and then we got Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door in 2004 on Nintendo's newest system, the GameCube at the time. That was their newest system in 2004, so that's where it showed up. And while the Thousand-Year Door represented a new entry in the series, it utilized the same combat system as its predecessor, and the Thousand-Year Door would ultimately become just as popular as the original. And it even gained a greater fan base than the original Paper Mario. So eventually, the series saw a change of format with the 2007 release of Super Paper Mario for the Wii. And Super Paper Mario broke with the series format as the game directors chose not to feature the turn-based combat system of its predecessors, and instead they implemented a 2D platforming mechanic that enabled players to switch from 2D to 3D game aesthetics or game mechanics. And I guess Nintendo thought this would be a good thing, and they ran with it like Nintendo often does, which is a good thing for them, I think, as a company, to explore and try new game mechanics to try to keep games fresh, and that's what they did with this one. But in addition, the game's levels were more linear, like a 2D platformer like Mario Bros. 3. It featured a defined start and end point versus the traditional role-playing game's roam and explore gameplay style. With this addition to the series, opinions were generally split, separating fans into those who thought the new gameplay style was genius and those that believed that it was the wrong direction for designers to take. Now, either way, didn't matter which side of the camp you were on, the game sold like gangbusters, which of course warranted another sequel. So in 2012, we received Paper Mario Sticker Star, the fourth installment in the game series, and the first on a handheld system, the Nintendo 3DS. So Sticker Star returned to its roots by bringing back the turn-based gameplay mechanics that fans wanted, and although the turn-based mechanics were less extensive, probably due to the handheld format of the game and its intended audience being on the younger side, gaming publication reviewers seem to have mixed opinions on it, with the overall consensus being that the game lacks some of the core features of its predecessors. such as the full complexity of the original combat system and more intricate, and they wanted a more intricate storyline. And some reviewers even thought the game needed co-op gameplay. But in 2015, we got Mario and Luigi Paper Jam, and that released on the 3DS also, to a fairly lukewarm reception. This addition to the series often receives mediocre marks by gaming publications and fans and critics alike. Sometimes viewed as one of the most conflicting games of the series, it's not one that fans are often clamoring to play. So after that, following 2015 with Luigi and Mario and Luigi Paper Jam released on the 3DS, we got Paper Mario Color Splash. And Paper Mario Color Splash splashed onto the Wii U in 2016. And it would feature the same combat system as Sticker Star, but instead of stickers, Color Splash utilized cards during gameplay. So this edition of the game would receive generally positive praises from the gaming publications upon release, despite being heavily criticized by its fan base after its initial reveal. So the fan base was again split on Color Splash, with some being critical of its similarities to Sticker Star, while others celebrated its unique charm. Generally, both critics and fans alike thought Color Splash was kind of like a good step in the right direction after Paper Jam on the 3DS. Now, upcoming here very soon on July 17th of this year, 2020, we will get the 7th edition to the series. We're going to be getting Paper Mario the Origami King. And it will be released on Nintendo's newest system, of course, the Nintendo Switch. And as is common these days, there are already critics of the game claiming it has, like Super Paper Mario, Sticker Star, and Color Splash, strayed too far from the original's iconic graphics and gameplay mechanics. Now, despite the game's release being a complete surprise, the demands of fans and non-fans have seemed to quickly spiral out of control, and it's possible that some of these criticisms, it could be possible that some of the criticisms are due to Nintendo managing to keep the game's existence a complete secret. And what seems like a miracle by today's standards, Nintendo managed to silently drop the game less than 2 months before its release. And like mentioned already, internet blogs and vlogs have been quickly filled with diehard fans and series critics demanding that all of their most heartfelt wishes and desires be realized in this one game. Now, this unrealistic and hyper-demanding dynamic has thrown a lot of flack on what should be what I consider a wonderful opportunity for fans and newcomers to the series to have fun being lost in the super imaginative storylines that we often experience in these in these lighthearted RPGs from Nintendo. And this new addition to the series should be no different. So personally, I'm very excited for the Origami King. I'm not a longtime fan of the game. This will be I'm gonna say this is my first time playing a Paper Mario game. I mean, I wanted the one for the Wii U. I have a Wii U. I love my Wii U. And it's always a little bit too high priced on Amazon, I have to tell you the truth. And I haven't found a used copy anywhere. But I thought the Color Splash looked pretty cool on the Wii U, and I just never was able to buy it. So now I have my Nintendo Switch. It's a little more popular than the Wii U. It's not going, I'm not worried about, it being discontinued anytime soon. So I'm really excited to pick it up. So personally, I'm excited for the Origami King, and I look forward to seeing how Mario's newest paper-induced adventure will unfold on July 17th. Well, that about does it for me for talking about, we're kind of discussing the origins of the Paper Mario series and where it came from. I especially want to do this episode in light of the upcoming Origami King that's coming out on July 17th. And I would just like to know what you guys think. I shared my thoughts. I think that people may be being a little too critical about the game, and maybe we should just enjoy it. That's how I feel. But of course, it's the internet. So what do you guys think of the origami? What do you guys think of origami's new aesthetics? I'd like to know what you guys think, so please share your comments. And also, are you excited for the new adventure that the new adventure is surely going to unfold in this new game? I think it'd be pretty cool to see where Mario goes. So let me know if you're going to be picking up the game in July, or if you're not going to be picking up the game, and why. So put that down in the comments. And until next time, remember, if you're going to be playing video games, make sure you're doing it for the love of games.